my beloved child. I come to you with an abiding desire to bless you beyond measure. There exists no obstacle that can impede the manifestation of my will for your life. The promises I make shall unquestionably transpire in due time. Thus, when challenges arise, as they inevitably will, remember that I remain ever present, upholding you with my righteous right hand. Do not fixate on the intensity of the trials you face, but rather attune your spirit to the gentle whisper of my voice. Treasure these precious moments we share as I indelibly imprint my precepts upon your heart. For it is not merely your attention I seek, but the unhindered devotion of your soul, anchored firmly in the bedrock of my promises. Proffer your unwavering fidelity to me, alongside a resilient faith, which mirrors my own steadfast trust in you, my chosen one. You have been marked out, set apart for divine assignment, thus, I urge you. Do not deviate from the trajectory I establish regardless of surrounding chaos or competing voices that clamor for your allegiance. My pledges span the horizons of eternity, unaffected by the rise and fall of principalities and powers. That which I decree shall unfailingly come to pass in the fullness of time. The extent of my blessings is limited solely by the parameters of your belief. To those tenacious of spirit, I extend prosperity and strength. To those who falter yet refused to abandon me to ephemeral fancies. To those who cling to me amid the raging storms of life, who walk in humility and benevolence towards all, the intensity of present afflictions shall swiftly give way to victory, joy, and success indescribable. I am refashioning you as a standard bearer of my love, kindness, hope, and redemption to a world lost in darkness. The oil of gladness I pour upon you in abundance. Ephemeral sorrows dissolving an eternal perspective. I shall impart gifts of healing to your hands. Your words will fall as seeds of wisdom germinating in receptive soil. That which you set your hand to in righteousness shall thrive and multiply beyond natural expectation. This represents but a fractional glimpse of the inheritance awaiting all those who refuge their lives in me. A legacy of shalom, permeating all aspects of your existence. My angelic hosts stand sentinel over your life. Seek therefore to internalize the full counsel of my word, that you may grow in wisdom, stature, and favor with both God and man. Yet, believe her, be assured that your eyes shall glimpse even greater marvels in days ahead. Wonders which outstrip human imagination in scope and grandeur. For these are days of divine visitation upon the earth. Many false signs and wonders arise, spawned in realms infernal, to lead the undiscerning astray. But that which I ordain through your life shall galvanize even the staunchest cynic. Therefore, submit your circumstances to me in unwavering faith, allowing my joy to remain your strength. Give no quarter to demonic assaults nor be troubled by seeming delay in the materialization of my promises. Keep your gaze fixed on me alone as I unfold your life before you as a scroll, scripting your destiny in the ink of eternity. For you were fashioned unlike all others, set apart, consecrated to walk in tandem with divinity itself. Though my love freely engulfs humanity, irrespective of title or deed, I have reserved a special affection for you, my own. Our fellowship is a mystery which angels long to understand. Never again allow the enemy to harass you with false projections of abandonment. Rather be filled continuously with the settled assurance that you are dearly loved. You must determine within your heart to value yourself. Seeing you as I see you, my precious, priceless child in whom I am well pleased. Therefore, submit no longer to voices which undermine your identity, seeking to bind you in fetters of fear and inferiority. I am come to liberate you this very hour from your captivity. Rise up now in the verve and vigor my spirit imparts to those fully yielded to my transforming touch. Commit yourself afresh to live as my hands, my feet, and my mouthpiece to a lost and dying generation. For my compassion for humanity mirrors your own, my child. Our hearts beat to the very same rhythm. You have yourself endured indescribable loss and hardship, vetted in the crucible of affliction. Yet when accosted you reviled not, when persecuted, you uttered no threats. Yours was a posture of preternatural poise and grace under fire. In just reprisal, I now rise to confront every power that has assailed you from the cradle to the present hour. For you are the apple of my eye, the supreme object of my affections. My defensive and offensive energies are enjoined and trained upon your life. For I am a warrior god who bears a jealous love for my own. I desire that those who oppose you behold your boldness and countenance refused in faith's victory, even now. Make candor and confidence, not anger or anxiety, sculpt your demeanor. May spiritual vigor renew your frame from day to day. May stalwart determination pave the paths you walk hereafter. For I have spread my feathers as a covering over your life, both day-night. In scorching heat and frigid cold, you abide under my feathers. I am sworn to never leave nor forsake you. Our rapport is fixed in bedrock, as I have witnessed the tenacity of your trust, even in seasons of profound adversity. When lesser souls would have raised the white flag and beat a hasty retreat, you dug deeper still into my character and promises. Such resilient faith stirs my heart profoundly. The era of wilderness wanderings concludes. Your emergence into destiny's high country commences from this moment on. Therefore, yield no more ground to sorrow or despair's ravages. These serve only to underscore your true value, unique calling, and irreplaceable identity in my sight. Rise now, beloved, into the fullness of my joy and affirmation. The set time of divine visitation has come. Help me now to restore fractured lives and bind up wounds of body and soul. Yield yourself to receive all of my healing. For my grace abounds towards all, overriding sin and shame's corrosive effects. Set your face like flint, to welcome my Spirit's fullness into every compartment of your life, to walk in true liberty as sons and daughters of God. For in loving and embracing you, I exemplify the heart of the Father towards all humanity. Rest in these truths, my friend, as bulwarks against which the gates of hell shall not prevail. For without a doubt, your love and steadfast trust anchor my heart as well. Even when beset, round about with demonic lies and incessant fears, you clung fiercely to our bond, even in the midnight hour. Our relationship, the needle pointing true north to your soul. Another sunrise now emerges as harbingers of hope, restoring vision and vitality across the horizons of your existence. It is a new day, fear not, and neither be dismayed. As you have loved and leaned upon me in changing seasons past, persevere evermore in this posture of trust. My Spirit shall guide you into all truth. Be buoyed by this pledge today. For those misguided souls who revile and abuse, you will shortly fade from your rearview mirror. Yet my affection, affirmation, and enabling presence grow stronger, clearer, nearer with each passing day. You shall walk upon the high places of the earth through the enablement of my Spirit. Trials now transitioning into testimonies. This is but the first sip from the fountainhead of blessings I have amassed for you, beloved. Therefore, ready your heart to receive the full outpour with rejoicing and thanksgiving. Come now to the throne of grace. Obtain timely help and soaring faith for each hour. Lay aside the besetting sin, the bitterness, envy, and offense holding your soul hostage. These ill-fitting garments only restrain the full impact of my calling from materializing in your life. Yoke yourself instead afresh to me through praise, prayer, and humility of heart. Then you shall witness heavenly realms open before you in succession. As I pour out my Spirit upon all flesh and unprecedented measure, the wisdom of man dissipates to vapor. Mine remains and reigns forevermore. You shall lack no miracle, no sign, or wonder, or profound encounter. As you traverse the highways of holiness in this most critical hour, the timorous shall watch in amazement that the authority and power invested within you. An apprehension of kingdom reality transcending groveling for temporal trinkets. Yours shall be treasures stored in the vault of heaven, incorruptible and undefiled. For a mere modest measure of faith removes formidable barriers, outworking tangible expressions of my word, and will in due season. But you have passed beyond reticence into radical trust and partnership with me. Therein the impossible transfigures into destiny before your eyes. Glory awaits as your eternal heritage and identity. Once the last fetters of mortality drop away, you are marked out for legend. Prepare yourself accordingly through prayer and fasting. The table now set before you overflows with bounty. As I cause streams to break forth, even in the wildernesses of life. No more meager rations. Now, you shall drink deeply from the pure sweet waters of everlasting love, which I profit continually. The bread sent down from heaven accompanying. Never again will your soul know true hunger or thirst in my presence. Or the feast I spread bids, welcome one and all with a willing heart. My banquet table, resplendent with resurrection fare, will alone supply your needs, whatever life sets your path against. Neither death nor demons nor setbacks of any stripe wield any sway over one, enrobed with divine sonship and sealed under the day of redemption. All you encounter must bow exultant at the insignia of my spirit, born upon your life, henceforth, and forever. You are transitioning even now into deeper levels and elevated vistas than ever before conceived. Therefore, set a watch over mouth and heart. In this pregnant hour, bowing in humility before your God. For I shall honor those who honor me. Exalting the yielded vessel to heights is seraphim, dare not tread without restraint. Our oneness knows no limits. In it the finite merges into the infinite. Through you, I shall manifest facets of my beauty and glory unseen by mortal eyes heretofore. For eye has not seen nor ear heard the wonders awaiting maturation on that imminent horizon. But my spirit enlivens and illumines you. From the cradle of our intimate fellowship into which I lovingly beckon. Abide and thrive forevermore in the vine I embody. For apart from me, you can do nothing. Yet in me, all of heaven's supply resides at your fingertips. Finish then the work I have given you to do. Not in the frenzy of the flesh, but in lockstep with eternity. For my rewards will eclipse your highest hopes. My beloved child, I have watched over you since the beginning of time, guiding your steps even when you felt lost and alone. I know your struggles seem endless, like waves crashing upon a shore, eroding away your hope. But I am the rock on which you stand. Place your trust in me, and I will calm the storm. Listen now as I speak words of comfort, healing, and promise over your life. I see your weariness, how you have fought through impenetrable darkness, but brighter days are dawning. Hold fast to your faith and envision the breakthroughs I am bringing. You have walked a narrow and difficult road. But now your path widens into spacious new territory filled with joy and possibility. You worried for so long that your family would remain fragmented. But I will restore what was taken. Relationships once broken will mend through forgiveness and healing only I can bring. I will turn their hearts back to you. I know you grieved the loss of stability, but just as surely as I closed that door, I am opening another. One that leads to something meaningful, with resources to provide abundantly for your needs. You will look back one day soon with wonder at how I brought beauty from ashes, prosperity from ruin. My precious one, you have endured rejections and betrayals that left wounds so deep you feared they would never heal. But my healing balm is flowing over you. The pain is washing away in my river of redemption. Scars are fading. Joy is rising. I am restoring your soul. For so long, you have poured your life out for others motivated by love, yet receiving little thanks in return. I see it all. Your selfless acts have touched my heart. Now, I will touch the hearts of those who overlooked you. They will recognize and appreciate the treasure you are. You felt trapped for so long in cycles of poverty and lack, bound by limitations and adversities at every turn. But get ready. Freedom and abundance are coming like a mighty rushing wind. As you step out in faith, with vision arising from my promises, you will traverse new roads filled with provision, resources, connections and open doors. My precious child, you have hoped beyond hope. For that which seemed impossible in the natural realm, you dared to believe my words spoken over barren places with you. Words that defied the threats of the enemy. Words that held expectation for beauty instead of ashes. And now the time of fulfillment has come. The seeds of faith planted in tears will spring forth in joy. The prayers sent heavenward in isolation will rain back blessings in community. The dreams and visions nurtured in secret will burst forth into the light for all see, bringing transformation beyond what you imagined. Beloved one, I unlocked prison doors and set captives free. Though you have been bound in deep darkness, I am leading you into the light. Areas of your life were once desolate and broken are now blossoming with new life, where I breathe my spirit into dry bones. And watch them rise, I take hearts of stone and make them new. Accept my transformation, embrace my healing, receive my redemption today. My child, you have known heartache and despair that nearly crushed your spirit. But I have seen your tears and understand the pain. Now I come as the great healer, binding up inner wounds with my love. The oil of gladness instead of mourning, beauty instead of ashes. Hard things still await you in this world. But now you have my strength arising within you. The power of my spirit giving you all you need to walk forward in victory no matter what comes your way. You will shine for me through it all. I know the ache for connection and community you carry deep within. Having faced rejection and misunderstanding for so long. But I have brought you into my family. You have brothers and sisters across nations and generations who love you with my love. Together, we walk toward the hope I have placed in your heart. Through the years, you clung to remnants of faith as storms raged, threatening to sweep it all away. But your mustard seed of belief remained rooted. Now I am growing a mighty tree of faith within you, strong enough to weather any storm, anger deep in me. Let it stretch high into glorious heavens, pointing all who see to your rock and redeemer. My precious child, you feared that those who hurt you would always stand between us, interfering with the love I intended for us to share. But see, I draw you closer still, into my arms, into my heart until every barrier melts away in my perfect love. I know your heart, beloved child, and understand every wound and sorrow that brought you so low. I hate what hurt you, what damaged your heart and stole your joy. That is not what I wanted for you, ever. But here I am now with healing in my hands. Let me soothe each painful place within until wholeness and wellness rise up from those ashes of trauma and loss. There have been times you felt utterly powerless to overcome the forces raging all around you, but my spirit within you is great than anything this world could ever bring against you. My power will triumph gloriously through every weakness and faltering. Just have eyes to see what I intend to do. Miracles still happen. And I am working yours. Nothing can separate you from my love. No power or challenge can overtake me or thwart my good plan over your. Not for a moment have you slipped from my hand. Though the way has twisted unseen, but watch wonders now unfold. My perfect love is drawing you ever closer to the destiny fear said would remain unreachable, but safe in me, all shall be well. I know this season has tested every fiber of belief you have within you. Things crumbled that you worked so hard to build. Unjust attacks threatened all that was good. But you remained faithful when everything around said to surrender. I honor that mighty perseverance. Now mountains will move and systems will shift as I vindicate your trust in me. My beloved child, I could see you growing so weary and well-doing. Continuing to love those who scorned you and give to those who only depleted more and more from your soul and strength. But let that season end. I am replenishing you so you can receive as well as pour out. And I am drawing to you those whose hearts will finally treasure you as you deserve. The lonely times are ending. Joyful, validating community awaits. Even when everything and everyone seemed aligned to tear your dream, still you dared to hope and held to my promises. That tenacious faith moves my heart. Now, the thieves and killers have lost their power. Where they sought to bury hope, life is rising, verdant, vibrant, beautiful. My goodness prevails, as will you, triumphing gloriously. Too often, my children feel lost and afraid in this complex world. Bombarded by negativity, they lose sight of my light. That is why I am here to remind you of my unwavering presence. When you awake each morning, pause to feel my spirit within. I am nearer than your next breath. Before you sleep, invite me into your dreams. I will grant you restful slumber. This world values productivity and wealth, putting pressure on my children to accumulate possessions. But true richness lies in relationships, creativity, and service. Your self-worth is not defined by what you own or achieve. You are precious because you are mine. I knit you together in your mother's womb, intricately forming each cell. You bear my fingerprint on your soul. I know at times you feel inadequate and afraid. But my strength is made perfect in weakness. Call on me when anxious thoughts assail. My spirit's prompting is always love, never condemnation. I forgive your mistakes and believe in your potential. The world promotes ruthless competition and highlights the talented few. But in my kingdom, all are welcome. Not one is turned away. Gifts differ, yet all have a part to play. Discover your unique contribution without envy or pride. For only in community can my love be expressed. This world is indeed filled with darkness, hatred, violence, and despair seem to prevail. But evil can never extinguish my light. In the darkest night, one small flame overpowers. The blackest void, where harm abounds I send healing. Where there is grief, I bring comfort, where anger flares. I calm tempers with mercy, my peace flows from my very presence within you. As you abide in me, trusting my goodness, my peace guards your heart. It is a gift, not an achievement. Receive it now. I know at times you feel discouraged, defeated and depressed. You dwell on past mistakes and fear the future. But remorse and anxiety cannot change what was or predict what will be. I call you to the present moment. This hour, this day, here I am found. I equipped humans with free will. The power to shape their destiny through choice. Rather than fret about what could happen, take each moment as it comes. Meet me here in the now and find grace sufficient for today. Tomorrow will disclose itself in the fullness of time. When challenges arise, do not panic or despair. Quiet your thoughts, and listen for my voice whispering faith and courage. Take things one step at a time. Looking to me for guidance, not just when staring into the abyss, but equally in mundane moments. I am interested in the minutiae of your days. Invite me into your whole life experience. You worry about many things: health, family, finances, reputation, and more. Your concerns are constantly before me. Why carry burdens meant for my shoulders alone? Anxiety cannot add a single moment to your lifespan. It only erodes joy. Lift the weight of worry and receive my peace. I know that the burden of secrets kept in shame's dark chamber. But there is no condemnation for those with me. Unveil your shadowed places to gentle light. Confess failings without fear of rejection. I understand humanity's frail flaws. My forgiveness transforms shame into courage. Let my living water wash your soul. I see not a stained sinner, but a developing saint. Yes, developing. For sanctification is a lifelong process. Growth unfolds gradually through daily surrender. Expect no quick fix, but lifelong transformation. My spirit forms holy habits as you yield to love. When you drift from our connection, do not hide, but swiftly return. I run to meet you as your heavenly Father, embrace you in mercy, not judgment. The accuser keeps a list of sins, yet there is no shame in my presence. My victory has erased all records held against you. Let this grace reclothe you afresh today. Beware of making your own experience the standard by which truth is judged. Your vision is limited. Like looking through a narrow tube, seeing only a fraction of the vast reality. In contrast, I behold the entire panorama. From my vantage point, I see far beyond your scope. Understanding the intricate interplay of past, present, and future. What seems unfair and inexplicable from your earthly perspective, from the heights of heaven makes perfect sense. Trust that there is a greater design, one that is often beyond human comprehension, but clear and purposeful from a divine viewpoint. While I permit perplexities now, a day is coming when all veils will dissolve. Then you will comprehend fully from heaven's awe-inspiring outlook. For now, receive each moment's revelation, not with argument, but trust. My love has no sinister motive or hidden agenda for your harm. As life unfolds, look for where I am mysteriously at work, advancing redemption, even in tragedy. My darling child, how I wish to cradle you close, to quiet your fears, and soothe old wounds. Words cannot communicate the intensity of my affection or the joy your presence brings me. Even an earthly parent's love cannot rival my love for you. Has life left you battle-weary, and gritty from the fray? Come to me for respite, share your soul's concerns and watch me renew your strength. Do you mourn loss or long for connection? Find consolation in my embrace, pour out your praise. Cry angry tears, whisper your worries or simply rest silent. Here, your spirit is safe, valued, understood. I am not a distant emotionless deity as some imagine. I welcome you into my heart, my gaze, intent on you. Feel my delight as we share life together. Take hold of my hand, welcoming my involvement. My power works through willing partnership, not passive observation. Let us walk this adventure side by side. When adversity strikes through illness, tragedy, or cruelty, cry out in anguish if you must. I understand. Take refuge in my comfort, not hollow platitudes. Together, we will endure the darkest night. My strength has shone resplendent not in the absence of suffering, but its redemptive transformation over long years. New life blooms through patient tending. When you see injustice and long to right wrongs, let passion for my kingdom fill you. I share your sorrow over oppression, abuse, and inequality, but understand how change unfolds. Lest zeal become rage or weariness, defeat hope. Real transformation happens gradually, as my people embody radical love over the long haul. Lives hate warped by prejudice, fear and anger do not yield easily. Persevere in speaking truth, gently, not from lofty moral superiority, but humble empathy. Let actions of selfless service, not angry rhetoric, erode walls of division.